So look at that there. See all that iron and manganese. Yeah, it's not as bad, but this house was built around 2000. We're assuming this had been in there ever since. So it's not solid. As you can see, you can, yeah, it's just a buildup on the edge. But this will do damage to appliances over time. This kind of build up and settlement. And so also think about that on your clothes and building up in your washer and on your pots and pans and everything. So this is something we're going to be able to probably protect against and extend the life of our appliances by installing an ispring system.
The system requires you to put in a bypass, so whenever you have to replace your filters, you can shut the water supply off from going through the filters, and it just loops around. That way you don't get wet.
You don't have to relieve the pressure every time. It's just called a bypass.
Yeah, bypass.
And you won't have to shut it off at the main valve. So this doesn't shut it off, it directs it, redirects it
and there'll be
to the
another
bypass.
one on the other side, and then there'll be two more. There'll be 4 valves, including the main valve.
Okay.
Okay.
So we've just installed valve number 2 of the system.
Number 1. That one right there.
So 4 plus this one?
Yeah.
This is a picture of what we're trying to do. You can turn the water off and relieve the pressure, but redirecting it will give you a minute or...
That's talking in the house.
So don't be surprised if it wants to back out when you're trying to glue it. Yeah. They're designed to build up.
Especially the pipes of this size. These are 1 inch. It's got some kind of pressure on it.
Designed to want to make a really tight fit.
And it can be kind of a bear.
So you have to kind of force it. You just have to keep pushing it till the glue sets.
Yeah. Don't take long.
But it's just, you're fighting against something.
That don't go together. It's weird, you put them on there dry and you can't hardly get them all apart.
But the glue lubricates it enough to be able to create the fit you need.
Alright, let's see.
So,
alright, I got the tea. I guess what we'll have to... I'm going to go ahead and do the over the top one. And then we'll kind of brainstorm and figure out what kind of finagling we'll have to do for the bottom.
So
it's really not a hard thing. It's just, if you're not a plumber and you don't do this every day, you have to kind of think twice, because when you glue something, it's done. There's no taking it apart, and which it'd be a good idea to dry fit, but it is what it is.
We don't do that around here. We just go right for it. That way y'all can learn from
our mistakes.
Yeah, we're just trying to make it better on y'all. So we're trying to think through that we might have a little bit of a really tight finagling from here to there.
We'll make it work.
So you'll get to see how.
Make it look neat too. I don't want it to look like some bum did it.
We may not look like a plumber did it, or the way we get there may not look like a plumber did it, but it's at least going to get done and not look like a disaster. What you're seeing right here is our spin down and the start of the bypass system. So here you're putting a pressure gauge and a regulator.
Yeah. Where's that box? This right here.
And that came in our kit, or you bought that?
How'd you get the kit?
Okay, so we bought the
Because
pressure
the
gauge
system-
and the regulator.
I don't know what pressure this well is, but this system is only rated for the max PSI for the thing is 80 PSI.
And that's to keep it functioning properly.
Yeah, I guess you could go over and mess it up.
Or if you go under, it's not going to work as well, I guess.
Well, the main thing is not to go over.
So we purchased that.
Yeah.
And that's where we're trying to figure out right there how to have it. So you actually are cutting that pipe twice, or just right there?
I might cut it here, and then probably over there where it goes down. Or
Why would you cut it over there?
I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. But I'm gonna have to cut it out here regardless.
Okay.
There'll be a little bit of residual water left in the lines, obviously.
So the only reason you would turn your well pump off, I guess, would be if you were worried about being electrocuted and water and electric. Why
If
not?
I'd have cut that wire while I was cutting that wouldn't have been a bad
So
idea.
there are reasons to turn it off. I'm not sure if there's consequences for
Oh, yeah.
turning off your well pump. I mean, I guess it's lost electricity and worked fine. So, like I said, we're new at a pump. We're learning. I wonder what the inside of that pipe looks like. If it's got a buildup of,
Iron.
yeah,
I'll show you here in a minute.
yeah. We'll get to see. Daddy was using that to sit on. Put it right over here, where Daddy had it. Yeah, put it the right way. Just like you found it, upside down. Makes a good seat. Good. Now go play. Sally, don't you come up here and take stuff off. Sit. I'd say that was a good job, but she just did that because she had an itch. I take it Dad's not happy because he's not fishing.
No, it's because of this broken leg and I don't get to watch.
You have a broken leg?
No, it's just because of this hurt leg.
Okay, well, take your walking cane and go uphill. It'll strengthen it.
I'm going uphill. Oh, here, I'll go down the beach here.
He did nothing to his knee. It's just old age and, you know, part of life. Dramatic. Let's see.
Get on that stuff.
Okay, this house was built in like 2000. And so we're just going to assume that this has been here since 2000. See if we can get a good little inside of this. Here you see. That's what the iron and manganese has done. Right.
Make it as short as possible.
But you still have to have room for that pressure gauge.
And I gotta reduce it down.
So if that shutoff valve had been over here more, would have been one thing.
Yeah.
But the pressure gauge has
Which we
to.
coulda, well, not really.
Yeah, let's not go into all that. We wanted to make this easy, so we didn't want to move the shutoff valve. Would you turn off your pump if you were going to do that?
Yeah, you'd have to.
And then let the pressure
There's
out?
pressure behind here.
And so then you could do it that way, but that just would have been an extra step that we're going to avoid.
We lose electricity, we lose water.
Yes, put this all down. Yeah, because the pump works by electricity. So why are you doing that? On camera too. Gross. Tell everybody you're sorry.
Sorry.
Now you're doing it again. Stop. Stop. Tell them you're sorry.
Sorry.
All right. So Thad, when we get our solar panels and our generator, our whole house generator, we won't have to worry about not having water because we'll continually have electricity. Thad, you're doing it anyway. Everybody can tell.
How can they?
Because we were kids once too. We did weird and disgusting, deceiving things like that. Do you need to go inside and get a tissue?